Out of Love Again. Two, two, three, one. Thanks. See ya. Bye. I'm going to continue now for Bunfingus College. Bunfingus College has a department called Van Halen Studies. And any student of jazz has really looked at Charlie Parker quite a bit, right? Well, Van Halen is not often categorized with Charlie Parker, but if you listen to some of his fast runs and his flurries of notes and the different noises he makes, what you can see is here's a guy who grew up listening to Charlie Parker. He doesn't list Charlie Parker as an influence of his, but to a fan of Charlie Parker listening to Eddie Van Halen, you can hear it. And you think, well, where did he get that? Well, he got that because his dad, Mr. Jan Van Halen, was in a Benny Goodman cover band in the 60s. So Mr. Jan Van Halen played clarinet, and Alex Van Halen grew up playing in that band. So Alex Van Halen grew up in a Benny Goodman cover band. So Edward Van Halen, though he lists his influence as these different guitarists, grew up in a household full of jazz. But if we zoom out a little bit more, on this end you have Louis Armstrong. So I'm connecting Eddie Van Halen to Louis Armstrong. So there's Louis Armstrong, Benny Goodman, Charlie Parker, Edward Van Halen, and then the last one, me and you, right? So we're learning this language. And we're learning it through Edward Van Halen, but it traces back to Louis Armstrong. The language is called riff rock. Riff rock is a language. And I could cut the video here because now we're going to go to a more advanced Neo-Swedenborgianistic look. And I want to show you what we have here is the earth. See that E? E stands for earth, right? You are here. You are on this earth. And in our imagination, I want to travel up to the Van Allen belts, which are in the magnetosphere. And I want to show that this region with Louis Armstrong and Benny Goodman and Charlie Parker and Edward Van Halen and ultimately me and you is in the Van Allen belts. The Van Halen belts are in the Van Allen belts, and riff rock is the language of the Van Halen belts. But Van Halen is not really the most prominent citizen in the Van Halen belts because it all really traces back to Louis Armstrong. So the Van Halen belts are a subset of the Van Allen belts, which are in the magnetosphere. Thanks. See ya.